It's your boy okikibeats and we're back with another one. So Megan Thee Stallion has literally taken to Instagram to tell us all that her man just cheated. And funny enough, a lot of us aren't really surprised. You know, she's been through this time and time again. She's gone from rapper to celebrity to entertainer to this man to that man. And allegedly, a lot of people just have to say that she's just another industry Fadiana. But hey, I didn't say that is allegedly, especially according to people like academics.
Good. She's running up that check, doing her thing, but I'm going to keep it a bean with you. All right? By the time the postseason hits, this is going to be post-relationship, okay? Trust me. This shit really over already.
But in saying that, we all knew the story of where she started. Megan Thee Stallion started off as a very talented female rapper. She came in the game, and a lot of us were actually expecting her to take over and after Nicki Minaj's legacy. Even up until today, we still haven't had a female rapper or artist that has come through and really done a mad thing. But she came through and she realized that she was going to get to the top by rapping about WAP and, you know, all these different type of things. And hey, you know, it worked out for her. She became a massive artist. She started collaborating with Jay-Z and got management from Roc Nation. Now, in saying that, that's where she eventually started meeting a lot of rappers, and you even got memes like this going around on X. I'll show you guys right now.
She asked us if we wanted to ride that stallion. We chose yes.
And all jokes aside, it's actually getting a bit sad now because it's almost as if though everywhere that Megan Thee Stallion kind of goes, she's not necessarily meeting the man that she is really desiring. And a lot of people on the internet are starting to say that, look, it actually serves her right based on the music and things like that. But me personally, I don't necessarily believe that just because they make music in a certain type of way that they don't deserve love. I mean, everyone deserves love, guys. We all deserve love. We all do. And in saying that, Megan Thee Stallion unfortunately hasn't been able to experience this. And after she got rid of Tory, you know, with the help of obviously Roc Nation and stuff like that, a lot of people have been mad, you know, at that situation. But anyways, after that entire situation, her fan base was like, yo, she had a glow up because she went from someone like Tory Lanez, who allegedly was a loser and her fan base didn't really like anyways, and got with the famous basketball player, Klay. And although a lot of people were very, very skeptical and were kind of just calling BS, it started to look a bit believable. You know, you had Megan Thee Stallion whipping up a few meals for the family. You know, she actually got introduced to the family. I was whipping up a few meals and she was actually starting to play the duty of a wife, which is good on her. But unfortunately, a lot of people are saying that she basically should have saw this coming from the point that you're actually getting with someone that's that successful. I mean, the guy is like 6'5", if I'm not mistaken, and it's highly sought after. It's kind of to be expected that he would kind of be out here. That's what a lot of people are saying. Now, I don't personally believe that's the case because obviously not everyone is a cheater and things like that. But it's even to a point where when you actually look at what she said, he was saying to her that he can't be monogamous. So I don't necessarily believe it was a case of cheating. I just believe that he just wanted to say to her, like, yo, like, if you want to get with me, I got other bitches there. Do you know what I mean? And do you accept this lifestyle or do you not? That's basically what it is. So he actually didn't really cheat. He was actually quite honest with it. In fact, if we read it, it says, cheating had me playing around your whole family playing house. Got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. Now, I feel sorry for Meg, man. I generally do. Now, when she's talking about the whole basketball season, what we got to realize is that, again, I'm not really the biggest basketball fan or anything like that, but what I do know is that nigga Klay got 4 rings, bro. With him having 4 rings, we understand that anyone that is competitive, they're going to want to go for as many rings as possible. It just so happens that as soon as he got transferred to his new team, the Dallas Mavericks, the people that he's supposed to be in the game winning the rings with, they are all injured. So he's left by himself and it's basically guaranteed that he's not going to get a 5th ring. Anyone at that type of level would be stressed out of their mind. It's to be expected. So when Megan Thee Stallion is basically saying that, look, she was playing house and she was being with him through his emotional swings and things like that, in my personal opinion, I kind of believe that, look, if you want to be in a relationship with someone, I'm not saying be an emotional wreck, but you have to also realize that human beings are human beings, especially when you're playing at that type of level. You're going to be going through a lot of emotional turmoil and things like that. So I kind of find it disingenuous when she says that. I kind of think that, it's almost as though she had an ulterior motive. She realized that, okay, cool, she hit the lick this time, you know what I mean? And the lick didn't actually pan out to be the lick that she expected. So it was really genuine. She wouldn't have really brought that up as something, as a reason to basically leave him. It would have just been a case of, look, I don't really like the fact that you want to fuck other girls. I'm just going to basically go about my day. And outside of that, I generally believe that Megan Thee Stallion, in my personal opinion, she shouldn't have even taken to Instagram to even type this. I understand that, when you're in your emotions and things like that, the first thing you're going to basically do is to either crash out or you're going to want to basically tell someone, and she told someone. The thing is, I feel as if though she should have told people in her real life that she trusted rather than telling the whole internet, because it almost seemed as if though she was basically trying to, tarnish Klay's name. But unfortunately, we're in a society where, look, Megan raps about hot girl summer and stuff like that. Klay wants to have his hot boy summer as well. Do you know what I mean? And no one, from what I've seen, I've scrolled TikTok for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I've been on X for hours, and no one is saying that Klay is a piece of shit. Everyone's basically saying, yo, big up Klay. Yo, this is mad. Oh, big up. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, people are even saying that the next album is going to be fire. Like, you lot are evil, man. But in saying that, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I kind of think that the reality is that we aren't really honest with the fact that a lot of these people, they get into relationships trying to force people to not be who they truly are. And what I mean by this is that, look, when they always say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, it's the same thing as to why I always say you can't necessarily turn someone that's on the streets, in terms of men on the streets, into a husband either. We've all seen it time and time again. Once a cheater, always a cheater. It's very, very rare for someone to actually stop in that behavior unless they say to themselves inherently that, they're not going to do it again. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really know what she was kind of expecting, especially because it's almost as if though she just kind of goes for the guys that kind of does this. And we see this time and time again that whenever people have a track record of going for shit people, they're always going to blame the shit people rather than actually saying to themselves that, why do I keep on going for these people? And why can't I basically pick better? You know what I mean? In reality, I generally believe it's a bit of an accountability kind of problem. And I think that she won't really make a change, because when you have a support system that's going to basically say that no, it's not your fault and it's actually the men's fault and things like that, you're not really going to change in your ways and actually have that self-assessment. But I know for us guys, we tend to have that self-assessment quite a lot of the time. At least you would hope so anyways. It's not really gender exclusive. It's more so just a character kind of thing. That someone that has had a bad record of dating, you would want for them to basically sit down and analyze, okay, why is it that I keep on picking these type of people, and how can I basically advance from that? You know what I mean? But you guys let me know down in the comments below whether you agree or disagree when I say that. Now, in terms of the entire situation as well, what do you guys actually think is going to be her next move? She's obviously said that she's going to take a lot of time off of social media. And you got the entire internet just set ablaze at the current moment. Do you feel like she's gonna come out with a tape, or do you feel like she's just basically gonna say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be on my single girl era, etc.? It's kind of crazy right now. And you even got a group of the internet that's basically saying it's to be expected, especially when you got someone like even Beyonce getting cheated on by Jay-Z. It's like, look, when you're successful, why would you go for someone that's in that type of limelight and go for someone in that type of career, etc.? Obviously, it's not about judging people and saying that all of them are like that, but certain people are kind of like that. Do you know what I mean? Certain people are kind of like that. You would kind of want to avoid it at all costs. But hey, at the same time, it's like, bro, you even got bummy niggas fucking cheating out here, bro. So no one's kind of predictable. No one's safe. No one's safe at all. It's mad. But ultimately, yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, she definitely needs to take some time off the internet and just to take some time just to chill. Because all this rushing into new relationships and into new things, trying to get better and better and better, you can't necessarily find greatness when you're searching for it, from what I've seen anyways. It's more so a case of you're in purpose, and then that's when life, the universe, I believe in God, he basically gives you someone that makes sense, you know what I mean? So nonetheless, get ready for a long week because we're gonna get a series of TikToks and X posts from men that hate women. We're gonna get a lot of X and Twitter posts and stuff like that from women that hate men, and it's going to ignite a big discourse between the genders, basically saying that men ain't shit, women ain't shit, blah 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 blah. We've seen it time and time again, and it won't stop today. So my people, then, appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to watch the next one and like, comment, subscribe.